Hey, everybody. We're getting started. We're looking at your questions. If you have a question, sorry, my finger's going. God,
We're
I
doing
can't turn
Ask
it
Me
off.
Anything, which is a behind the scenes with Girl Trek. We can't help but this is really what it is on a daily basis. Morgan, while we're getting the questions going, what did you do this weekend?
I went to the Chale Wote Festival. It's more Black people than you've ever seen in your entire life in one
Uh-huh.
festival. It was amazing. It's artists on the streets in Ghana creating art. It was so much fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
What'd you do?
I went to a go-go fest here in DC and I walked to church. I brunched with some girlfriends and went to a little reggae club thing last night. So,
I can barely hear you.
yes.
We got to get it fixed before we go live.
Oh,
If
no.
anybody has questions for us, this is the time. This is your chance to get juicy. What questions do you have? Put it in the chat. Hey everybody. So good to see you.
What are you most looking forward to for coming to Stress Protest?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm actually looking forward to just rest and meeting the new faculty members. I'm looking forward to seeing the old folks who come back. I actually just like the atmosphere there. I like that the air is clean, the sunshine's coming in, resting myself. So I'm excited. What about you?
I'm excited too. While we're answering, by the way, Morgan, just to let everyone out there know, we're going to actually officially bring Carla Harris from the Girl Trek team on to actually answer some seriously frequent asked questions that we get about the movement. So once the show formally launches, she'll be coming on to answer questions. So start putting them in the chat so that we could get to them. For Stress
Yeah,
Protest,
somebody
Morgan,
just asked how we met, Vanessa. Don't tell them the whole
uh,
story about the club and the fur coats.
we
Tell
met
them the show.
We met while we were in college. We were going to rival colleges. I went to UCLA, Morgan went to USC, and we were working a full time job together while putting ourselves through school, and we met there.
Yep. In,
Yeah.
in Beverly Hills at an investment banking firm, we was two roundaway girls who wore butterfly clips.
And fur coats.
And fur coats to work. It was a lot.
All
And
I
Reg,
had was club
Nikki
outfits, and I
Giovanni.
used to just put a blazer over my club outfit, literally like a tube top with platform shoes, and then I put my blazer on top, and then I would be
Yeah,
like,
it
I'm
was
at
a lot.
work.
We're going live, everybody. Thanks for the
Yes.
questions. Bring them next week. Oh, not next week. We'll tell you about it later. We're going live. Let's
Now.
go. Let's go. Had to fix my posture. We are live. Coming to you with Black Girl News. My name is Morgan Dixon.
I'm
That's
Vanessa
Vanessa Garrison.
Garrison.
And we are bringing to you everything wonderful in the Girl Chat community, everything wonderful that's happening in Black girl news across America and increasingly across the world. Vanessa, get us started.
Yes, so welcome, first of all, to all the women who are brand new to the Girl Trek movement. We are an inspiring army of Black women who are reclaiming our health and communities through walking. We're in the middle of something called Summer of SelfCare, and every Monday we are coming to you to tell you about the challenge and to introduce you to the winner and tell you how we're giving away $1,000. And there's lots of new women who've joined the movement over the last couple of weeks, and you have questions. You have questions about lots of things, including some of our OGs. So we decided that we would bring on someone from our national staff. Her name is Carla Harris. She's coming to us live from Atlanta, Georgia. Carla's full-time job is to love on the people of Girl Trek. So Carla, can you tell everyone who you are and what your role is in Girl Trek?
Yes, I think I have the best role, the best job in the world. I am the community care manager, and like Vanessa said, it is my job to love on you, to show you how much we appreciate you, to give you support, and if I don't know the question, to pass you on to the right person that can answer and help you on this journey of self-care and love and Black girl magic. So yeah, I'm at Carla at girltrek.org, and I am here to help you.
Carla, why do you have that professional set behind you? What's happening? Are you in your living room? Is that your study? What kind of house do you have, Carla? Okay.
It
Look
used
at
to be my son's music room because he plays piano, and I just hijacked his room. So
Oh,
since he,
hey. Carla, before we get started, where is the most interesting place besides the bathroom that you've ever taken a customer service question? Because
oh,
we know that phone. You answer the bat phone. If anybody calls 855 Girl Trek, they get Carla on the line. So
in
when you
my
answer the bat phone,
in my bed, I've actually taken, especially this week with stress protests. It's like I'm in the bed and I put on my professional voice, but yeah, they can't see me with my wrap on and all that. But yes, the bed.
y'all better stop calling Carla at 9 o'clock at night. That's wonderful. Carla, what are the top three questions that you get? Or what's the most popular question that you get that maybe we can answer for all of the women who are just joining Girl Trek, who are just starting on the front lines of change with us?
Yeah, that is a very easy question. The top question that I get is I'm looking for a walk. I may not I go to girltrek.org under the walk tab and I punch in my zip code and I don't see a walk. Well, I'm here to tell you that you are the movement. You right there. If you are listening to my voice, if you go to girltrek.org and you don't see a walk, then you can host a walk for yourself. That's how we grow our movement. This
Yes,
is
and I
how we
actually
grow.
want to shout out Angela Claiborne in Las Vegas, Nevada. Actually, this weekend she put on the Las Vegas page and she was like, "Hey, does anyone have a walk scheduled?" And then I was like, "Don't wait. Schedule one yourself." And then I checked back the next day and she actually has a great picture of her and two girlfriends out on their walk. And that is exactly what we need in the movement. We have lots of neighborhood captains. We have a whole strategy for how we're going to do superhero Saturday walks and build infrastructure. But what we mainly need is women who are out there to actually start walking and invite their friends and family and put it on the map.
Carla,
Absolutely.
thank you so much. If anyone has further questions, you can call Carla in bed with her hair rollers and her scarf on at 855 Girl Trek. There's no I in the number because there's no I in team. How you like that? 855 Girl Trek, or you can reach out to Carla at girltrek.org, and she's creating
Morgan,
a whole
before
new
we say
fancy
goodbye
system.
to Carla, I have a question for her because I feel like our phones at the office blow up. Everybody actually wants to know, are we getting new Girl Trek gear into the store? You may not even have the answer, but just let the people know that we at least hear them. We
Yeah, we
trying.
hear you. And guess what? Don't tell anybody, but yes, we're getting new Girl Trek gear. So stay tuned.
Okay, yep, stay tuned. Lots of Girl Trek gear, including hopefully this mug that a lot of you asked me about during the telethon that we did. So let's move. Thank you so much, Carla. She's awesome. Morgan, let's move on. Can you tell us what this week's challenge is?
Yes, we're starting with this week's challenge because we wanted this week's challenge to be the theme of today's show. So this week's challenge is soul. We are headed to the mountains with hundreds of Black women from all over the country, some across the world. I'm flying tonight from Africa, so it's Coach Cass. People are just descending on the mountain, and it's going to be one of the most soulful times of the entire year. So we wanted everyone in the entire Girl Trek Nation to practice soul with us, right? So thou shalt always put feet to your prayers, right? Faith without works is dead. So we're asking you to pray and walk. We're asking you to meditate and then go for a walk. We're asking you, maybe you want to fast. You want to just get closer to your God. You want to listen to a sermon, go worship. Please, please, please include a prayer for Girl Trek's mission to get 1 million Black women on the front lines of change, to combat this health crisis. So please pray for us. Pray for me and Vanessa that we will continue to be in God's will as we move forward with leading with you. It's really important. So this week is soul. So we wanted to dedicate all of Black Girl News to soul. Vanessa, will you tell us what we're going to start with?
Yes, this is the most important news that people need to know. So when we were thinking about how do we dedicate today to soul because it's so important, we literally scoured the internet and we were like, oh, this is easy because the most soulful state in the Girl Trek movement, and by the way, before I announce what state it is, if you disagree, then show up and show out for your state and say, nah, that's not really them, and put one of your favorite pictures in the comments. But we think the most soulful state, oh, this is controversial, in the Girl Trek movement is Mississippi. We have, from the very beginning of this movement, been inspired by what is going down on the ground in Mississippi. And it starts with soulful leadership. And so we wanted to actually shout out the leaders in Mississippi, one, who have really made this movement grow, starting with none other than Girl Trek's first ever trained organizer there, Cynthia Thompson. Cynthia actually has covered this movement in prayer herself personally. She comes to the stress protest and she leads a workshop around prayer. And Cynthia is a prayer warrior for this movement. And we are so grateful for Cynthia. Right behind Cynthia Morgan, you know this woman who we have up next here. Tell the people a little bit about what is the Test Bell effect in Girl Trek?
I don't even know if Tess knows this, but Tess, we call something inside our organization, we call something the Tess Bell effect. And that's when a woman like this woman here, Tess Bell with the blue hat on, just gets fired up about healing herself. And because she gets up in the morning, she walks, she sweats, she glows, she inspires people at her church, in her sorority, in her neighborhood to want to do the same. So on any given moment, Tess's leadership inspires almost from the back of the group. You know what I mean? She doesn't have to be in the forefront. She doesn't have to be the leader. She doesn't have to get shout outs. She does it because she cares about herself first, and she models that self-care for her friends and family. So that we call that the Test Bell effect. There are Test Bells all across the country, but the original Test Bell is in Mississippi. So thank you for your work, sis. You inspire me so much.
She inspires me too. So there's Cynthia, there's Tess, and then we have a lot of other amazing organizers. And when this picture actually here, Morgan, this is giving me life. This is Cassandra Myers in Mississippi. I believe that is a wedding dress accident with superhero blue. If anybody does not know, Mississippi goes hard for the movement. She might have just liked superhero blue, but I actually think this was a nod to Girl Trek. I love it. And then even beyond Cassandra Morgan, this weekend in particular in Mississippi, I saw Valerie Page, one of Girl Trek's OG trekkers and a new neighborhood captain. She was out there in the parking lot organizing on behalf of Girl Trek. That was super, super inspiring to me. And then I think we had some women who were out even after Valerie, and they were walking in a race, which just goes to show who's in this photo, Morgan. Some of our OGs here. I know you know
Jazzy right there with the supermodel lean. Jazzy has lost so much weight. We have Monica Cato Brown, I think, is in there.
Yes,
these are some of our OGs. All you need to know is that Monica Cato Brown has Girl Trek as her license plate tags. So go ahead, Monica.
She does. This is Jazzy with her two girls. I actually put her two girls on my Instagram this weekend. I was pumped. First of all, just look at the pose. If we don't do anything else in Girl Trek, if we get little Black girls out there in their neighborhoods feeling themselves like this and moving their bodies and seeing the beauty inside of them, I am so grateful to be in service. So Mississippi, the most soulful state, and we really just wanted to celebrate them and give them a shout out in this segment of Black Girl News, because they really are so soulful, and we're dedicating this week to soul, which actually carries us on to what's happening in Girl Trek over the next 2 weeks. So Morgan, for those of the people out there who do not know, the entire Girl Trek staff and hundreds of women are heading to Colorado for the stress protest, which means we will be off next week and will not have our Monday broadcast, so that when we do come back, we are going to have 2 weeks of winners. Don't worry, even though we're not doing the Monday broadcast, we will still put the week 9 assignment out through email and all of our social media channels. And then when we come back, we will have 2 winners. And then right after that 2 weeks, we have something major coming up that we wanted to do a sneak peek
also of. During next week, tune in to the stress protest, because we're going to be going live from the mountain, and we're going to give you special access to see some of the most game-changing sessions. We're so excited about it. So come back over the weekend on Friday night, on Saturday, on Sunday for exclusive rights to see what's happening at the stress protest. What were you saying, Vanessa? I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to make sure
that was absolutely the news people could use. We definitely want people to tune into the live stream. And then once we get back from the stress protest and we wrap up Summer of Self-Care, there's something coming up, and registration opens September 15th. It is our most soulful challenge of the year. It is hugely popular with thousands of Black women. It's the 9-day Fruit of the Spirit prayer trek, which starts every year on October 1st. And Morgan, we're going to invite a new member of Girl Trek's team, Giovanna, to come in because Giovanna is using all of her superpowers to rally everyone across the country for the prayer trek. Hey, Giovanna, how are you?
Hey, I'm good.
Where are you calling from? Tell it. You're new to the team, so introduce yourself.
Yeah. So I'm Giovanna Ephraim. I am the Director of Recruitment Partnerships, calling in from Houston, Texas. Very hot, but I'm here and excited to be here.
Awesome, awesome.
Giovanna, did you or did you not dye your hair Beyonce gold for the prayer check? No, because it looks good.
Of course.
For the saints, because the saints come through. If you all don't know, we are going to walk and talk according to the fruit of the Spirit. So love, patience, what are they? Long suffering, patience, kindness, gentleness, self-control, all of the fruit of the Spirit. We're going to every single day find inspiration from those fruit of the Spirit. It doesn't matter if you went to church. It doesn't matter if you used to go to church. It don't matter if you the first lady of a church. It don't matter if you Buddhist or Muslim or if you are practicing traditional religions. Love is universal. Peace is universal. Gentleness is universal. Join us as we pray, as we rally to heal Black women through these ancient traditions of coming together in prayer. So, Giovanna, what do people need to do? So they've been waiting. This is the earliest we ever started the prayer trek. Tell us, what do we need to do to get our church signed up and ready to take that trophy home?
Yeah, so first of all, Prayer Trek is going to be amazing this year. So, to make it the most powerful prayer trek ever, we want you to go talk to your pastors, your first ladies, your sisters, your daughters, and tell them you want to get involved. Tell them you want to go on this 9-day journey with us, with praying and reflecting on peace and well-being and health in yourself. And just contact me. Email me at churches@girltrek.org and let me know you want the inside scoop so you can be the first to sign up once we open up registration.
You can look how you spell her name, Jevonna. You can email Giovanna at her email address too, Giovanna@girltrek.org. Giovanna, don't kill me. And tell them, listen, Giovanna, all you need to tell the people is what I asked you to do. Get the church denominations to compete against each other. I'm telling you, because I would go hard for the Kojic faith, okay? I would go hard for Kojic. I would go hard for AME. I would go hard for Baptist if I was Baptist, if I was AME, but I am Kojic. So that's my hope and prayer is that we can do that together. Did we lose Giovanna?
I'm still here.
Are you there, Giovanna? Hey. So are we going to be able to do that this year? Is there a denomination call out?
We are definitely doing that. We are putting a little twist on Prayer Trek this year, and denominations will be the teams. So whoever gets the most signups under the denominations, even if it's non-denominational, you will get the bragging rights of being the winner of Prayer Trek for this year.
Wait, the non-denomination have their own denomination? That's all I'm saying. Come through. Listen, I might need to join that crew because I don't be going to church. That's all I'm saying. What do you go to church, Giovanna? That's what people want to know.
I have been to many churches. I am an online church.
Okay, so when y'all send Giovanna your request to join the prayer trek, y'all better witness to Giovanna. That's all. That's all I'm saying. If you know a church in Houston, she just moved there with her beautiful family, and they looking for a church home. All right, Yes. So we're saying goodbye to Giovanna. We are going to introduce goodbye, Giovanna. Bye. We are going to introduce this week's winner. All right. So if you don't know what we've been doing all summer, we've been doing something called the Summer of Self-Care. Now, the Summer of Self-Care is amazing. It is the only rules are you walk 5 days a week. You enter at summerofselfcare.com. And when you enter to win, or .org, when you enter to win, you can win $1,000. So that's the thing, summerofselfcare.org, and you can enter to win $1,000. So every single week, thousands of Black women all across the country are entering to win $1,000. Now, We have the winner from last week. Last week was solidarity. Last week, we challenged you to get out there with your friends and family and walk, and you did, right? So that winner is with us. Is she on the line, Johnny? Oh my goodness. Hi, Johanna. So, Johanna, take me back. Oh my God. Go back to Johanna. Johanna, is that a girl trick? Do you
Yes,
have a
it
model of a girl
is.
trick? Look,
Yes, it
y'all don't play
is.
out here in these streets. So, Johanna, where are you calling in from?
From Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn won. Come on, Johanna. Okay, so where were you when you heard that you won $1,000?
I was home. I was watching the Girl Track Facebook Live, and I just saw my name pop on the screen, and I just started screaming. And then tears was flowing, and then I started shouting, and I was like, "Wait a second!" I found myself, people
Look.
can't see me, and I was just so overwhelmed with joy and gratefulness and gratitude. I was too happy.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, and I'm so, so grateful that you won. And I just want to personally thank you for joining the Girl Trek movement and for making your self care a priority because you know Black women are dying faster and at higher rates than any other group of women in the country. And that's going to stop on our watch because we're going to rally a million sisters like you to walk out of their front doors every day, to lace up their sneakers, and to take back our bodies and our minds and our time in the spirit of self-care and sisterhood. So I'm so grateful that you joined. It's such a pleasure to meet you. And what everybody wants to know is what did you do with your $1,000? So if you enter to win, if you're new to the movement, you enter to win, you have 7 days to spend $1,000 on self-care because we want you to be radical about your self-care. What'd you do?
Well, one of the first things I did was I gave a love offering. And I also, actually, thanks to Girl Trek, I was able to fulfill my Amazon wish list. And I was able to get me some shoes and get me some marketing materials for my business. I'm an entrepreneur, and those things happen to help with my self care. I got some health and wellness items. I got some Girl Trek gear, of course. And I made sure that I was going to be able to rep Girl Trek with the best of my ability because, if I'm going to represent and walk the walk, I got to talk the talk. And I wanted to make sure that I was able to do that. And I also set up an appointment with my dentist because I have an out of pocket expense that I need to fulfill.
Listen,
And
paying dental bills is the smartest thing I ever heard of with that $1,000. Thank you so, so much. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to hear from you. You look beautiful today. Keep walking, keep organizing, invite your friends and family to join us. And we will talk to you very, very soon. Without further ado, we need to move on to the final segment of, I'm not sure what happened to Vanessa, but send her love. Maybe her computer died, but we're going to send her love. I'm going to finish strong. We'd like to figure out who won this week, the $1,000. And so for this week, I need a drum roll all across the country. A drum roll, please. There were over 3,000 women again. And the winner is Chandrell Bentley out of New Orleans. The Dirty South came through. Hey, congratulations. $1,000. You have 7 days to spend it. You have 7 days to spend it. Contact us at info@girltrek.org. Let us know that you were the winner. We will respond to you ASAP and tell you how to get your $1,000. And we will have you on the show, not next week, but the following week. We'll have 2 weeks winners. So Chandrell, congratulations. New Orleans, congratulations. I know you guys out there, you think you're the most soulful city and you might be a good contender. So put some pictures up in the comments to prove who's the most soulful city out there or most soulful state. Without any further ado, I just want to tell all of you thank you so much. And I'm going to be signing off. But before I do, I want to remind you that we're going to the stress protest. I want to tell you that we're going to be going live on the stress protest, and we'll have a wellness revival on Friday night that you are invited to virtually. And then on Saturday, we're going to do a Motherland dance party that you're going to be invited to. We are going to do something called the Liberation Lounge, where we're going to really interview some of the experts in self-care and talk about the relationship between freedom and self-care. we're going to have a mass nap-in, which means rest, unplug, put ready to have a nap-in.
They tried to keep me off the air, Morgan, but I said no. Put me back in, Coach.
Well, I just want to welcome back, Vanessa, and I want to invite you all to come to tune in this weekend for the stress protest. The last thing I will say is that it is Labor Day weekend, and that Black women's labor has, for hundreds of years in this country, been the bridge that carried us through hard times. And so I am going to encourage you to stage your very own stress protest wherever you are this weekend, to say no, to rest, to do something that brings you great joy. And you don't need any permission. You don't need any instructions. Just protest anything that demands your labor when you don't have it to give. All right. So that's my challenge to you this weekend and every Labor Day weekend. If you couldn't join us this year, join us next year, and you'll be with us in spirit, and you can log on virtually. Vanessa, did you have any closing thoughts?
I'm not even stressed out about this technical issues, because in the spirit of the stress protest, I'm letting it ride. My closing thought is that I'm grateful for this movement. I'm grateful for you, Morgan. I cannot wait to see everyone on the mountaintop, and I hope all of the women who couldn't come tune into the live stream so that they can get filled up.
All right, gratitude, that's the word. All right, everyone, we love you. Talk to you soon.
Soul.
Bye.